Hello, Nev here, and today on Man Can Cook, I'm going to be making my almost sugar-free chocolate nutty crunch. Now this nutty crunch contains only the amount of sugar that is in two 100-gram blocks of Lindt 90% chocolate, so it's not very much at all. I'm going to be using my Thermomix to make this recipe today, but don't worry, if you don't have a Thermomix, I'll post a link in the description to my non-Thermomix method for making this chocolate nutty crunch. For this recipe, you'll need two 100-gram blocks of 90% Lindt chocolate broken up into pieces, 50 grams of powdered stevia, 60 grams of coconut oil, 150 grams of nuts. So I've used 100 grams of raw almonds and 50 grams of salted peanuts. So you could substitute this for other types of nuts, so macadamias would be great. 75 grams of sunflower seeds, 50 grams of pumpkin seeds or pepitas, 40 grams of flaked almonds, 40 grams of chia seeds, 30 grams of coconut shards, and 30 grams of desiccated coconut. Now bring up the scales on your Thermomix and just weigh in the 200 grams of broken up chocolate. And then that's just going to be grated for 5 seconds on speed 9. Add in the 60 grams of coconut oil, and then I'm going to melt the chocolate and the coconut oil in together just for 3 minutes at 45 degrees on speed 1. When there's about a minute to go on the chocolate and coconut oil, just weigh in the 50 grams of stevia through the hole in the lid. Once the chocolate and the coconut oil has melted, just scrape down the sides of the bowl, and then we can go ahead and weigh in all of our other ingredients. And remember to tare in between as you go along. Once all the other ingredients are added, this is just going to be mixed for 20 seconds on reverse, speed 1.5. And after 20 seconds we have our chocolate nutty crunch mixture ready to go. I've just tipped the chocolate crunch mixture out onto a baking tray lined with baking paper, and I'm just going to flatten it down until it's about 1.5 centimeters thick. This tray is a little bit too big for the amount of chocolate crunch that I have, so I'm not going to go all the way to the edges of the tray. And then I'm going to put this in the fridge to set for about 1 hour. It's now been about an hour that our chocolate crunch has been in the fridge, and it's nice and set and it's ready to be cut. So I've just got it on a cutting board on the bench, and I've got a sharp knife. And here is the finished chocolate nutty crunch. This needs to be kept in the fridge, otherwise it will melt. Now I worked out the amount of sugar per piece, actually based on 20 pieces. I've actually made closer to 30, but the amount of sugar based on 20 pieces is about half a gram, so there's not very much sugar in this at all. If you are really low carb, you'd probably want to substitute the peanuts for macadamias or something like that to lower the carbs as well. That's about all I have time for today, but before I go, just make sure that with this chocolate nutty crunch you don't eat too much of it. It is very addictive, and although it is a healthier option, it is still a treat. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.